Hey there, this is Dr. Evan Osar, founder of Fitness Education Seminars and developer of the Integrative Movement System. Welcome to this edition of Fitness Insider. Today we're going to talk about the principles of the Integrative Movement System and how they apply to corrective exercise and specifically glute medius and actually the glute complex. If you've purchased our recent product that we just released, Integrative Corrective Exercise Approach, we want to thank you so much for your support. And if you're a monthly member of Integrative Movement U, again, thanks for your support and for giving us great feedback about our monthly webinar series. And if you've been through the IMS system, you understand these principles and probably use them every single day in your practice. However, if you're just new to fitness education seminars, welcome. We're going to talk about the principles of the Integrative Movement System and how if you understand them, you can apply them to any population you work with and really dramatically change and improve the movement patterns in your clients. Because what we're trying to create in our exercise patterns is a more ideal strategy, meaning can we get the client to align themselves and move from a better place? Because when they develop a better strategy, an improved strategy, they develop less chronic tightness, they can get out a lot of their chronic discomfort, and they improve their efficiency of how they move so they can perform better, exercise longer, and achieve their health and fitness goals with less restrictions. So what are the principles of the Integrative Movement System? Alignment. We want to ensure that the joints are aligned as optimally as possible. And that's why it's important to understand both functional anatomy as well as biomechanics, because we need to know where the ideal position of the joint, because each joint has an ideal position, and we want to help our clients achieve that position. B, breathing. We want to make sure the client creates that three-dimensional breath, that they're able to breathe as they activate their core and coordinate this with their fundamental movement patterns so they stabilize their thoracolpelvic canister or cylinder as also decompress, because breathing gives us the ability to be stable as well as decompress our trunk, spine, and pelvis. And finally, control. We want to develop the control between the deep muscles, those smaller muscles that control the joint position, as well as those more superficial muscles whose job it is to provide growth, stability, and movement. So when we align, breathe, and control, we can develop more optimal and efficient movement patterns. So let's talk about the glute complex and how we use these principles of ABC to improve glute function. Now, a lot of our clients we know have this valgus knee position. And actually, what this is actually abduction of the knee, because the tibia is going out relative to the femur, so we call this knee abduction. So what we relatively get is internal rotation of the femur and external rotation of the tibia. That's what creates this knee alignment. So we do a lot of exercises in corrective exercise, like clamshells and side-lying leg raises, to improve glute medius function. However, the glute medius, that's not its job. Its job is actually to hold the pelvis stable along with the entire gluteal complex. Remember, the glute max attaches into the IT band, and that will also help pull that femur out. We also need to have those muscles that internally rotate the tibia, lining the tibia up underneath the femur. So how do you use these principles of alignment and control? Well, first, we have to create the optimal foot tripod. So we really teach our clients to get their foot tripod set on the ground. That gives it contact underneath the big toe, medial calcaneus, the small toe, and the lateral calcaneus, and gets the foot to spread out so that we can get optimal base of support. Then that will also create the optimal tibial alignment. So we get the tibia lined up in the right position. And then what we want to do is make sure that we're able to externally rotate the femur and rotate it and lift it over top the tibia without the tibia rotating out like that, because that's just going to create a different compensation. So we set the foot tripod, tibia stays aligned, and then we externally rotate the femur. Now, instead of doing things like clamshells, which we have found not to be super effective, we'll do things like step outs. So we teach the client where that position is, and then we'll teach them to step, come back and control. Step, control, keeping that femur, tibia, foot alignment. And then, as they get better at this alignment, we start to put a band around their knees. So that way, as they step out, the band is pulling them into that abduction position, but we help them stay aligned. So that way, we're challenging this alignment, because this alignment is the alignment we want to do our split squats in, our lunges, our step-ups, squats, and actually we want the client to take into walking and running. So that's how you use the principles of alignment. We didn't talk about breathing, but we'll keep the client breathing through this pattern and maintaining that thoracolpelvic cylinder alignment, and make sure that they align the hip, knee, ankle, and foot tripod, and then teach them how to control that position in a more ideal alignment. And that's how you use the principles of the Integrative Movement System to improve range of motion, stability, control, efficiency, and develop more optimal posture and movement. So I hope this video helped you. Help you serve the individuals that need, want, and will seek out your expertise. This is Dr. Evan Osar, developer of the Integrative Corrective Exercise Approach, IMU. Check out our monthly webinar series. It's really a very in-depth look at what we do. The Integrative Corrective Exercise Approach is an entire program of how we use corrective exercise and blend it into the fundamental movement patterns. And IMS is our intensive mentorship training that we perform for fitness professionals and physical therapists and chiropractic physicians. And of course, check out fitness education seminars. We have over 100 free videos and educational resources to help you serve the clients that you need to serve and want to serve, and those individuals that need your expertise. So thanks so much for watching. If you like this video and it served you, please like us on Facebook. We'll catch you next time at Fitness Insider. Take care.